Hey, everybody, welcome to the Never Decaf Improvs late night line games here on a Friday night. We're going to jump right into this thing and we're going to have some fun. I'm going to start bringing in people right away. Coming up first, we call him the Van Man.
That's
Andrew!
what they call me. My mom calls me that.
Well, it's the first time I've actually ever.
All right, now everyone knows we're lying.
It just popped in my head. I don't know. Well, somebody calls you that. It might not be me. All right, so coming in next, we got Corey.
Hey, what's happening? I'm the can man, because I can.
Ooh. Oh, yeah. And Emily. Whoa.
What the?
Hey!
That was
I couldn't feel the difference.
Hey, Jesus.
And next, we got Teddy.
Delicious, wake up.
She's had a seizure, so.
I would say, was she spinning around or what was going on? All right, now the person I've known the longest in the show tonight, his name's Matt.
Hey! Did Emily bring Jesus to the show?
I sure did.
Wrong.
He always
Buddy Christ.
Jesus.
No religion, no politics.
Oh, trust me.
Then it's just Jose then.
Oh. And Chris, welcome.
Yay!
How you doing?
That's all you gotta say. All right, Brian, you're up.
Yay!
Hey!
Hold on, go ahead. Say what you say.
Huh? No, I'm good. I'm just
Okay, I'm taking back over. All right, so, Corey,
He's humble.
So we'll do it like this because we're the weekend news, I guess. I don't know.
I got weather.
Matt's on weather. Oh, yeah, that's true for his life. All right, so we're gonna play a game. We're gonna start off with a game called CSI. No one's clapping. Y'all don't care. Y'all didn't clap.
woo!
Oh. All right, so we're gonna play a game called CSI. Have you ever seen the show CSI Miami? Horatio Kane always throws on his glasses and says some punny type thing about the murder going on. So that's what we're going to do. If you are watching, go ahead and throw in the comment section any object, any occupations, and we will try to use as many of them as we can tonight. All right, so back to this screen. I should probably turn the comment section on so I can read it. I got something that I wrote down to begin with. Let's go with a lineman. And Daryl was very specific, saying it could be either football or power / telephone lineman. We're playing CSI. Oh, and for you guys who haven't played before, raise your hand and I'll call on you. Corey.
I guess that was rather shocking.
Ah.
Oh, I got to turn my music up. Andrew.
Looks like we got another mystery to tackle.
Oh!
Chris, did you have one?
I did. This guy seems to fill up with power.
Oh!
Teddy's your hand up. See, it's so much harder to see people's hands, Corey. Teddy, go ahead.
She's
Unmute
muted.
yourself first. That'd be great.
Oh!
Yes, so good. Let's redo it.
Again!
I don't know how I muted.
There you go.
We rehearsed all day for
Okay,
this.
sorry. I guess he won't be doing any more playing the field.
Brian's next.
I know. He was all like this. I got him. Brian.
Well, Frank, I guess there's a fifth down.
Good one.
Matt, did you have one?
Can I put my hand up now?
Yeah.
I guess you'd have a little breakfast with some eggs that are. I forgot the words you. Not scrambled. What's the football word? Scrimmage. I'm new at this.
Too late.
You mixed both of them together. You mixed a line cook and a lineman. I love it.
Corey's got another one.
I guess he won't be holding on.
Teddy's got another one.
Well, I guess that'll give his system a jolt.
Oh.
Sorry, I got confused because we got this message from Ruben.
I missed
Oh,
We miss you too,
We
damn
missed
it.
you.
I missed you.
come back.
Oh, he's doing the scream for Teddy. That was for Teddy. Oh, here, Teddy, you can have it now. Okay, Matt, you had another one.
I guess he was killed by the spike.
And was it Chris or Brian raising your hand too?
Was Brian.
It was Brian.
Well, Frank, I guess that's one need you'll never take again.
That was political. Rug. Let's go with rug.
Rug?
Yeah, like
Rug?
an area rug. A rug. Remember, you 6 people that are watching. We need some suggestions. Teddy.
I guess he had a bad trip.
Oh,
Brian.
Well, Frank, I guess that's one rug that cut back.
oh.
Love it. Chris.
If I have one.
Well, I guess this guy had more than he could bear.
Oh.
Emily was next.
Well, I guess this is one rug he won't get swept under.
Oh.
Andrew.
Well, I guess no one's gonna show him the world. Aladdin joke. No?
Teddy.
Andrew's a new dad.
He should have been a little more careful about who he decided to shag.
Oh.
Good one. Good one.
All right, we got some people throwing stuff up. Brian, you get yours and I'll get it ready.
Get one, Brian. Get it.
Well, Frank, carpets match the drapes.
Okay, go ahead, Andrew, and then we're switching over.
Solving this crime is going to be a clean sweep.
Oh.
Oh, wrong button. I'll give you the scream even when I screw it up. All right, Daryl. Daryl's bringing in the action.
Okay.
Ooh.
Sure.
Yeah.
Emily.
Well, I guess this one got flipped.
Andrew.
Looks like this guy took a quarter pounding.
Corey.
That wasn't very well done.
Teddy was next.
I guess he found himself in quite a pickle.
Oh.
Matt.
And this is why it's not that impossible.
Andrew.
It's going to be hard to track down those 5 guys.
Oh.
Oh.
Brian was next.
Well, Frank, I guess you should put out an APB for a 7-foot-tall purple bandit. He's a real.
I didn't mean to pun.
The last punch got laughed through, but we understood it. Chris was next.
You know, death by fast food isn't nearly as rare as you'd think.
Oh.
Matt, hit it.
That's why Bob is always going to be a big boy.
Emily was next.
Well, I guess he's no longer king.
Oh, I get it. It's a think piece.
Teddy was next.
I guess someone must have had a real beef with him.
Brian was next.
Well, Frank, I guess this is what a murder.
Maybe you want a double bacon cheeseburger. Chris.
This guy sure didn't have a happy meal.
Oh,
Matt, close out hamburger for us.
Well, we've answered that question. I've been longing for years. There's the beef.
All right, I want to do one quick one to finish it out. Let's see what it's going to be. How about no.
one.
Let's try this.
Popeye.
Emily.
Well, it looks like he didn't have his spinach.
Brian.
Well, Frank, he wasn't strong to the finish.
Teddy was next.
Looks like this guy should have brought a little more muscle.
Oh,
Chris.
Well, I don't understand what happened, but this guy can.
Andrew.
Case closed. That was smooth sailing.
Matt.
Clearly, this guy was no sweet pea.
We're moving on. We're done with CSI. Yeah. All right, now we're gonna play a game called Luxury, where we're not gonna one up, we're gonna one down each other as much as we can. And everyone pay attention because I'm not calling names. We are gonna do the whole interrupt luxury type deal with this game. I had one written down, but this was so much better than what I had written down. So, luxury inspired by
Diaper.
and who's I will raise your hand to go first, and then we'll start. Teddy.
When I was a kid, I was the oldest of 16, and that meant I had to take care of each one of my brothers and sisters, every single one of them. I got up in the morning. I started to change diapers.
Luxury! You at least had siblings. I had 16 dogs that I had to take care of. And I had to share all my meals with them and share the dinner table and share my bunk bed with them. It was fleas everywhere, and I had to just endure it. And they would sometimes hit me.
Luxury! You had a bunk bed? Me and all my brothers and sisters, we had to sleep on one cot. One cot. What I wouldn't have done for a bunk bed to be able to separate.
Luxury! You lived indoors? We lived under a tree. I had to eat 2 of my brothers just to stay alive.
luxury. You had 2 brothers to eat. I was all by myself and had to eat my arm for sustenance. And now they make fun of me in the street. They call me Stumpy.
They make fun of you in the street. They don't even look at me in the eye in the street. I just walk and people keep walking into me.
Luxury! You have streets? You disgust me. We are walking on our bare feet through mud and muck and
Luxury!
carcasses.
You have feet? My brothers and sisters and I, we had to give up all of our feet for Lent. My parents were very, very Catholic. We had nothing else we could give up. So it was
Luxury! You were Catholic? I was Southern Baptist. Oh my God!
Luxury. I was Mormon. And all of my brothers and sisters had no feet.
Luxury! My house celebrates TV holidays.
Southern Baptist. Oh.
What? That was a double luxury.
Oh, was it? Woo.
Luxury! I was the youngest of 16. And when my brothers and sisters were done with their diapers, they passed them down to me.
Luxury! You had diapers? They hand carried them down the line to me. And I had to gather it and sift it.
Luxury. When I got married, I had to make my wedding dress out of all the diapers from our household. I had to sew them together one by one, and only after I'd sewn them could I wash them because water was very precious.
Luxury! You knew a trade? I'm dumb. I can't do anything. I don't know how to
Luxury,
drink
I
water.
live in Flint, Michigan, and we still don't have water.
Oh,
That's a
sorry.
fact, actually. Look it up. It's not even a joke anymore.
All right, I gotta say that.
I don't
Sorry,
know if you can
Flynn.
get worse than that. Sorry, Flynn.
Sorry, Flynn.
Who? Andrew.
Shit got real. I'm
You and I
sorry.
throwing at the same time.
You were like in the zone. You didn't even like phase.
Oh
I was
yeah.
like, you know what? I'm gonna back up. You
I'm
do
sorry.
it.
And it was like, I was like, whoa. All right, so now we're gonna play a game called Panel of Experts, where I will be taking what Matt and Emily are coming out. I'm actually going to be dropping out too. I'm going to hand this over to Andrew. Get ready for some questions if you're still watching, because these experts are going to answer them for you. Andrew, take it away.
Yeah. So as our host Philip, give up time for Philip is doing a good job doing this. Put your questions for this panel in the Facebook chat. I have it up. I can see it. So as I'm killing time for you to put those questions in there, I'm going to introduce you to our panel for experts. So panel number one, also known as Corey, maybe or not. What is your name? And please introduce yourself while the audience puts in
Hello.
questions.
My name is Corey. I am the foremost expert on all things Northeast French Canadian.
French Canadian.
Yes, we are known as Huguenots.
You sound like you drink poutine in the morning. I'll take your word for it. Audience, again,
Yes.
put your questions in the chat here for the panel so I can ask them. Panel number two, would you please introduce yourself, ma'am or sir?
Yes, yes. My name is Mary Antoinette, and I am I'm a urban entomologist.
Uh-huh.
That explains why I only see your head. I'm so glad you're here. Panel number three, if you would please introduce yourself. And audience, again, put your questions in the chat.
Yeah, I'm Jim. I fight wild pigs.
May I ask why just the wild ones?
Because the tame ones are too easy to fight. They just give up.
Sounds like you and the Canadian guy have a lot to talk about. All right. And panel number four, can I please ask your name and please introduce yourself?
Yes, it's Dr. Herbert West, and I am an astrophysicist.
You sound so normal. Thank God. All right, cool. All right, so that is our panel there. While I asked them a few of the questions put out there, so continue putting those questions out in the chat. Let's go back to the French Canadian. Let me ask you, why do earthworms regenerate?
C'est bon. Good question.
Mhm.
You see, earthworms, they regenerate so that there will always be a self-sustaining ecosystem for people to eat.
So it basically just keeps growing inside of them over and over and over.
Oh, yes. And now we cut in small pieces. I think you call it julienne, and fry in pan.
We're offending so many Canadians watching this right now. Panel number two, would you please answer, how do earthworms regenerate?
Well, a lot of people don't think that earthworms exist in the cities, but you'd be surprised how dirty the cities actually are. In some of the apartment complexes I've been in, there are earthworms that are actually living underneath the carpets. Those ones, they tend to just, relax, watch a little Netflix, have some wine that gets spilled on the carpet, and then they regenerate just like any of the rest of us, if you know what I mean.
So earthworms regenerating is kind of like their own version of, are you still there? That's good to know. All right, panel number three. Why do earthworms regenerate?
Well, earthworms have to regenerate because when the pigs go rooting into the ground with their tusks, either during or before I fight them, they probably hit a lot of worms and it cuts them in half. And If that kept happening, we'd be out of worms. So they got to regenerate. It's just natural law.
Just looking for more things to fight, aren't you? All right. And Doctor, why do earthworms regenerate?
I just want to say I'm very happy to be here, and this is fulfilling my community service. Earthworms actually regenerate because of their superior telomeres, which are the shoestring ends of their chromosomes. I thought this was a pretty normal question. I look forward to tougher questions in the future.
Ooh, you guys learned something at home. Take that. All right, cool. Let's get another question here. Oh, I like this one. Do angels exist? All right, French Canadian. Do angels exist? Not the Los Angeles ones, but real ones.
Angels are out there.
Oh, okay. That's all. Yeah. Okay, cool. Panel 2. Do angels exist?
Angels definitely exist. They do exist in the urban landscape. They are most known as the angel flies. They find some garbage. They need a little moist spot, and then they exist all over the place. They like to eat sweet potato peelings, and they are not magical in any way.
I think you're the first person ever to use the word moist and angels in the same sentence. All right. Panel 3. Do angels exist?
Absolutely 100%. 7 years ago, I was fighting Big Hank. He was the largest wild pig in Tennessee at that time. And he had knocked me down. He was charging, and I was dead to rights. And something hit Big Hank on the side, split him in half, and I lived. I didn't see what it was. It must have been an angel. They exist.
Or angel flies.
I kind of feel bad for Big Hank, but not really. It sounded like he had it coming. All right. And Doctor, do angels exist?
No.
Science. All right. Let's take another one. You know what? This one is a very heartfelt one to me. Can you explain the last episode of Lost? Panel 1. In Canada, did they watch Lost?
We don't get this television show up here.
No one does. It ended 10 years ago.
Well, they say that the main character is a very large man with long curly hair. He finds a safe underground, and ratings were very poor on the show, and so they end.
You sound like Pepe Le Pew if he was a chain smoker. Panel 2, can you explain the last episode of Lost?
Well, a lot of people don't know this, but some parasites are able to actually control the way people behave. We first observed this behavior with cats and mice, but now we know that they can control people. So I think what happened in that last episode of Lost is they were actually taken over by parasites that controlled their actions and made them behave in mysterious and unconscionable ways.
You could have just said you've never seen the show. Panel 3, can you explain the last episode of Lost?
I know the true story as to why it went down this way. So the actor who played Jack, I actually took him on a pig fighting tour 3 weeks before the filming of the final episode. And he was gored in the face by Big Hank's younger brother. And it ruined him. He couldn't be on camera anymore. So they had to spend the last 3 episodes digging through all the old footage they had from previous seasons just to make the last 3 episodes, including the last ones, happen. It was completely a wild pig's fault.
What?
I'm pretty sure I saw that on IMDb Fact Check, so I'll take that. But in the meantime, let's go to the doctor for the final question here. Can you explain the last episode of Lost?
Oh, God. In order to do that, I would have to start by explaining quantum mechanics. And I think that is not going to serve us here.
All right. Well, that is your panel of experts, folks. Let's give it up for them, and let's bring back up Philip.
All right. What a great fun time that was. Let me get these other people in here. And boom. Everyone's moved around because I took people out and then put them back in. All right. We're going to play a game called Date With Me. Date With Me goes, a date with me is like blank. And then you get a funny pun at the end. So I'm going to go back up and search your suggestions and objects that you put out there. And we're going to get started. See. Here, let's bring Daryl's back in with a peg leg. So a date with me is like a peg leg. Andrew was first.
Date with me is like peg leg. I got wood.
Emily was up.
A date with me is like a peg leg. One side is always wobbly.
Matt.
A date with me is like, what is it like again?
Peg leg.
Peg leg. Because I got termites.
Chris.
Date with me is like having a peg leg, loud, slow, and inconvenient.
Oh,
Brian.
A day with me is like having a peg leg. Only one of us is going to be left standing at the end of the night.
Corey.
a date with me is like a peg leg. At the end of the night, I'll be leaning on you.
Ooh.
And Teddy.
A date with me is like a peg leg. There's going to be a bump, and then it's going to be a drag, and then there's going to be a bump, and then it's going to be a drag.
Let's go.
A couple different ways.
Let's bring Andrea's in for this one.
Hey, Andrea.
Ooh.
Oh.
A date with me is like a taco. Emily.
Oh, a date with me is like a taco. Everybody wants one.
Andrew.
A date with me is like a taco. I fall apart right there in your hands.
Matt.
A date with me is like a taco because you don't know if you're getting a hard shell or a soft shell.
What? Chris.
A date with me is like a taco. You can usually handle 2 or 3 at one time.
Oh. Teddy.
Oh.
A date with me is like a taco. It's going to be a little spicy.
Emily's got another one.
Date with me is like a taco. You can pick me off the back of a truck.
Oh. Oh.
Oh, Matt.
A date with me is like a taco because when you're all done, it's going to be mucho grande.
Corey, you had your hand up?
A date with me is like a taco because you put the meat in, but the end of the night's going to be gassy.
Andrew.
A date with me is like a taco. It's $2 on Tuesdays.
Brian.
A date with me is like a taco. You're really going to wish you could have afforded a quesadilla.
Moving on. Yoga mat. I don't have one. Brian.
A date. I apologize for this. A date.
It's always a good way to start.
A yoga mat. You might want to go, but yeah, I'm going to stay.
Oh.
That wasn't a bad one. That was a great one. Andrew.
A date with me is like a yoga mat. There's going to be puddles of sweat everywhere.
Teddy.
A date with me is like a yoga mat. Some of the positions might be a little uncomfortable.
Emily.
A date with me is like a yoga mat and sweaty and full of farts.
Matt.
A date with me is like a yoga mat. I'm just going to lay there and you're going to sweat.
Chris.
Date with me is like a yoga mat. You got to sanitize everything when it's over.
Andrew.
A date with me is like a yoga mat. You can find me real cheap at Lidl.
Corey.
A date with me is like a yoga mat because I'm just going to lay on the floor.
Andrew.
A date with me is like a yoga mat. We're going to roll one up.
Oh.
No, it's not.
A date with me
Not
is
really,
like a
but-
yoga mat. You're gonna throw me in the corner when you're done. Let's see what we got. What we got next?
Oh, Teddy's got one. Teddy's got one.
Teddy, get it.
A date with me is like a yoga mat. You're going to end up in the trunk of a car.
Oh,
A date with me is like a yoga mat. You're going to smell your hands afterwards and go, oh.
That's too far, Bender.
Let's see how this works. Andrew.
A date with me is like a psychic. I'm gonna give you a fake number.
Oh,
Corey.
a date with me is like a psychic. You'll be gazing into my crystal ball.
What?
Chris.
A date with me is like a psychic. You know.
You know.
Brian.
A day with me is like a psychic. We're both going to be thinking about Lady Cleo.
Oh,
Emily.
A date with me is like a psychic. I'm free for the first 30 seconds and $2.99 every minute after.
Matt.
A date with me is like a bad psychic. You'll never see me coming.
Chris was next.
A date with me is like a psychic. Very overpriced and very disappointing.
Andrew.
A date with me is like a psychic. You can find it in the paper every day.
Brian.
A day with me is like a psychic because we're going to be doing a double date with that couple. Basically, the punchline is eyes wide shut. Sorry.
Namaste to you.
Yeah.
Matt.
A date with me is like a psychic, being with a psychic because it's all in the hand.
Oh.
Teddy.
A date with me is like a psychic. The magic works better if you leave the lights off.
Oh my gosh, we have to go to this one.
A beer. Hmm.
Brian.
A date with me is like a beer. It tastes great and it's less filling.
All right.
Andrew.
A date with me is like a beer. It comes with a bucket.
Hmm.
Emily.
A date with me is like a beer. It's always better when you have some nuts or fries or something salty.
Matt. Matt.
A date with me is like a beer. It's all about the head.
Andrew.
A date with me is like a beer. It's better in the shower in the morning.
Corey, it's not dark roast, it's late night. Matt.
A date with me is like a beer because you're going to not remember anything in the morning.
And Chris.
Date with me is like a beer. You're not going to care anymore after the third one.
Daddy.
A date with me is like a beer. By the end of the night, you'll wish you'd gone lighter.
Oh.
Corey, did you have one or was it the same joke as Chris's?
A date with me is like a beer. Once you open me up, we're going to get happy.
Oh, and Andrew.
A date with me is like a beer. Only college dudes want me.
Oh.
Weird. Again, if you guys, I saw a couple more people had jumped on. Go ahead and in the comment section, throw us out some objects, and we'll try to get to those. We have another game coming up shortly. I want to do one more that I had written down. I had Seesaw written down.
Seesaw.
Seesaw.
Corey.
A date with me is like a seesaw. A little bit up, a little bit down.
Brian.
A date with me is like a seesaw because I'm definitely going to let you down.
Oh.
Andrew.
A date with me is like a seesaw. It comes with love handles.
Oh.
Teddy.
A date with me is like a seesaw. You'll probably jump off in the middle and I'll come down hard.
Matt.
A date with me is like a seesaw. You end up at the bottom sitting by yourself.
Yeah, none of us heard you. Say it again.
A date with me is like a seesaw because you'll end up alone at the bottom by yourself. Oh. True story.
All right, Chris.
A date with me is like a seesaw. The handles are there for a reason.
And Brian.
A date with me is like a seesaw because we're both going to have a hard wood under our ass.
Oh,
All right, let's get date with me. All right, next game we're gonna play is called B Movie, and it goes. I saw a B movie so bad, and they're
how bad was it?
Oh, I forgot. It's about a blank, and then they'll say that.
How
they yell
bad
out,
was it?
and then there'll be punny after that. So
How-
the first one. I'm using one from my thing that I've written down. Dentist. Brian.
I once saw a B movie about Dennis that was so bad.
How
How
bad
bad was it?
It was actually The Marathon Man with Dustin Hoffman. It's a horrible movie.
I'm not mad. I'm just disappointed.
I'm yeah.
Very nice.
Who invited him?
I get it.
Andrew.
I saw a B movie about a dentist that was so bad.
How
How bad was it?
You're gonna have to brace yourself.
Ooh. Teddy.
I saw a B movie about a dentist that was so bad.
How bad was it?
Even the popcorn wasn't filling.
Oh. Emily.
Who?
Emily.
Oh, me. Oh. Well, I saw a B movie about a dentist that was so bad.
How
bad
bad was
was
it?
it?
I did not leave smiling.
Corey.
I saw a movie about a dentist that was so bad.
How
bad was
Was it?
It left a cavity in my soul.
Oh, Andrew.
I saw a B movie about a dentist that was so bad
How
bad
bad
was
was it?
it left me without any wisdom.
Oh. All right, so we're going to the audience.
Okay. Rubik's Cube.
Rubik's.
Hmm.
Emily.
I saw a B movie about a Rubik's Cube that was so bad.
How bad was it?
I just couldn't figure it out.
Corey.
I saw a B movie about a Rubik's Cube that was so bad.
How bad was it?
And it just had too many turns and twists.
Ooh. Teddy.
I saw a B movie about a Rubik's Cube that was so bad.
How
How
bad
bad
was
was
it?
it?
Rotten Tomatoes gave it 1 square.
Oh, I see what you did there. Andrew.
I saw a B movie about a Rubik's Cube that was so bad.
How bad was it?
I never actually saw it, but I tell people I did.
Matt.
True
I
story.
saw a B movie about a Rubik's Cube that was so bad,
How
bad
bad
was
was it?
you had to peel all the colors off and realign them just to get to the end.
Andrew.
I saw a B movie about a Rubik's Cube that was so bad.
How
bad
bad
was
Was
it?
it?
You could tell it's from the 80s.
Oh,
Oh,
That was rude.
oh my.
I don't know who was first. Chris.
Saw a B movie that was about a Rubik's Cube that was so bad.
How bad
bad
was it?
was it?
I never got to the end. I just broke it on my desk.
Daddy.
I saw a B movie about a Rubik's Cube that was so bad.
how
How bad was it?
There were all kinds of plot lines, but none of them clicked.
Moving on.
Country singer.
country singer?
Oh, I got one.
And I would really like for Brian to do it about a real movie. Teddy.
I saw a movie about a country singer that was so bad,
How bad was it?
made me want to
How
throw
bad
myself.
was it?
Made me want to throw myself in front of a Twain.
Ah,
Oh,
Brian.
I once saw a B movie about a country singer that was so bad.
How
How
bad
bad
was
how
it?
bad was it?
It's actually A Star Is Born with Lady Gaga. It's bad. It's a movie from the 70s.
Chris was next.
I only saw a B movie about a country singer and it was so bad.
How bad
How
was
bad
How bad was it?
It really walked the line.
it? Andrew.
I saw a B movie about a country singer that was so bad.
How
bad
bad
was
was it?
I had to walk out and ask a stranger, "Tell me something good."
You know what? Teddy, go ahead.
I saw a B movie about a country singer that was so bad,
How
How
bad?
bad was it?
I just didn't love it.
Oh!
Chris was next.
What?
Saw a B movie about a country singer that was so bad,
How bad
was
was it?
bad enough that I hired a hitman to kill the director because I know I have friends in low places.
Oh.
Corey, did you have one? Because you were, yeah, go ahead.
Yeah. I saw a B movie about a country singer, and it was so bad
How
How
bad
bad
was
was it?
it made me want to Garth.
it? Andrew.
I saw a B movie about a country singer that was so good.
Oh, how good
How
was it?
good was it?
How good was it?
Man, it made me feel like a woman.
Hold on. I saw a B movie about a country singer that was so bad
How
bad was it?
was it, Philip?
he didn't get divorced, he didn't lose a car, and he didn't lose the dog.
moving?
Chris,
I saw a B movie about a country singer that was so bad,
how
How
bad
bad
was
was
it?
it?
I bought myself a Mercury and drove it up and down the road.
Andrew,
I saw a B movie about a country singer so bad.
How bad
How bad
was
was
it?
it?
I had to tell my friend, take Jimmy Johnson, take Tommy Thompson, or take my best friend Bo.
Oh man, that's a deep cut.
Wow, that's way back there. Ah.
that was deep. Teddy,
I saw a B movie about a country singer that was so bad,
how
How bad was it?
it?
the whole audience left the theater feeling haggard.
Oh.
Teddy's just killing it with the names.
Earl.
You guys feel good about yourselves?
Why? What are you going to do to us?
Make you do a unicycle?
Uh,
Uh,
let's see.
No,
Corey,
I don't have one.
you know what? We'll take it to Andrew then.
I saw a B movie about a unicycle that was so bad.
How
bad
bad was it?
I had to check my balance to get a refund first.
Nice.
Emily, your hand was up.
I saw a B movie about a unicycle that was so bad.
How
How
bad
bad
was it?
was it?
It had no wheels.
That was bad.
But it
No wheels.
but it
I didn't say
but at least I stopped mine.
Daddy, get yours.
I saw a B movie about a unicycle that was so bad.
How
bad was it?
They didn't use any good actors, just a bunch of clowns.
Oh.
Chris, you had your hand up.
Yeah, I once saw a B movie about a unicycle that was so bad.
How bad
How
was it?
bad
was it?
It was horrible, but I couldn't stop watching because it spoke to me.
Very nice, very nice.
That was great.
And Andrew.
That was the one Emily was thinking of.
I saw a B movie about a unicycle that was so bad.
How bad was it?
It made me really
How
tired.
bad was it?
Really
Ooh.
tired. Yeah, let's see what's that. Everyone clap it up. Hey, that is our show for this week. We will be back again in 2 weeks. 4 of us will be for sure here back. The other ones will be here. We know when we invite them back next time. Thank you guys again for watching. You guys got to pitch anything real quick? Of course, there ain't no shows going on but these.
Right?
What up?
Watch us next time.
Watch us next time.
Andrew,
Yeah,
get
I
it.
just want to make sure Thank you guys for having me on, and
Oh,
I just want to make sure that if anybody asks if they get subpoenaed later, that I was actually here on this show with you for the last 55
It's on Facebook.
I gotcha.
Hold on, Andrew.
Oh, nothing. Just gonna say, check out One Star Reviews podcast and False Start with me. That's all.
Yay!
Nice. Good job. Nice plug.
Thanks.
Shameless self-promotion.
You know what? I'll plug my other show. Improv Separately Together. I have coming up next week is going to be well, not tomorrow, but the week after will be Teddy's episode. Finally, will be episode 50.
Wow.
Oh,
That's how deep we're into this show. And
you've had 50 episodes and I'm still not on the show?
yeah, you were supposed to be number one, loser. All right. So thank you guys again for watching. We will be back again. Where is the stupid thing that I'm looking for? There it is. All right. Peace out, guys. No one leave this room.